Alright, Madhu. Here's what we're going to do. I want you to focus on breathing, posture, and just trying to relax as much as you can through all these. I'm going to do this about 45 degrees to you so you can see a lot what I'm doing. Bow is first. Softly bend the knees. I'm going to try and tuck my pelvis as far underneath me as I can. Hands behind the back for some support. Open the chest. Tilt the head back a little bit. Bend over just as far as you can to not get that shaking and choking type feeling. Just breathe. If this is too intense, back off a little bit. You can do this a couple times. You can hang out here for a minute or two. Release all the tension you can, just breathe. If you get dizzy, come out of it for a second, but otherwise you'll be fine. Squeezing the butt just a little bit to keep some tension out of the lower back. Right after that, we're going to get into a forward bend. Tuck the chin, get the stretch in the back of the neck first, then we're going to round the shoulders forward. Collapsing one bone at a time. I really want to get a big round through the whole spine. If at any point you lose the upper back and fall forward, just hang out here. Keep the round going and breathe. Fold the arms in front. Just roll down as much as you can until you feel a stretch. You don't have to get all the way to the ground. Just breathe. If you're feeling good, you can go all the way down. A slight bend in the knees is okay. This is about as far as I can get. If I go lower, my back will flatten. I want to round the spine the whole time, okay? About a minute here. Got our side bends. I'm going to take my feet somewhat wide. If you want to try and do the splits here, you can, but it's not necessary. One hand's going to drop down the leg, the other one's going to reach up and turn the palm to face. Look at the hand the whole time. It's not this way. I'm reaching up and rounding this spine and this C as much as I can. Breathing into this big side here. You can't take a full big deep breath here, big guy. It's too much of a stretch. To make this more challenging for yourself, bend the knee of the side you're trying to get into. It really extends this stretch quite a bit. Otherwise you can just hang out here. Try and keep this straight to the side, not falling forward, straight to the side. Okay? One more breath. Coming down. Other side. Looking up at that hand, turn the hand inside. And bend the knee if you want more of a challenge here. Really getting deep into that, or you can just hang out here. Really trying to get a good C shape here. As much as you can. I'm not falling backwards, I'm not falling forward, I'm just staying right here. Last one of the standing ones is just a little bit of a twist. Again, I'm going to turn slightly. I'm going to take 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. It doesn't matter how far you go. You can try and do it here. You can just narrow. All I'm going to do is turn my head first, then the shoulders, then the hips. If you need balance here or support, get a chair, get that foam roller, We're just going to look as far behind, staying up tall, don't fall forward, and just breathe. I'm not shrugging, I'm not doing any of that, just focusing on my posture, trying to relax, breathing. Slowly coming back to the front, turning the head, turning the shoulders. And then the other leg, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. It's really important that we don't turn the hips first. You'll fall. Turn the head first, then the shoulders, then the rest of the body into this twist. If there's any pain in your lower back, you're turning too far. Just breathe. Give you a real good example of too far. If I turn right here and you hear this choking position, that's just too much for me today, so I'm just going to be here. Slowly turning back to the front. If you want more of a challenge through that, you can keep the feet right behind each other and get a lot of balance, but it's more about breathing. I'm going to cut for the butterfly. Alright, brother. Feet together. You do this very well, but the shoulders and the rest of the back is the issue. For me, if I get up tall first, and I'll show you this from the side, I have a nice neutral spine here. The second I start to try and pick my feet into me, my back starts to round. I'll do too much, you'll see. So, just trying to open up my hips, keep everything neutral from the top down into my pelvis, and activate the glutes. Pull with the inner thighs, your feet into you. Grab the ankles, not the toes. And breathe here. Again, if you can't take a big deep breath, you're pulling too hard, the inner thighs aren't working. We want to just hang out here for about a minute first. No shrugging, keep the shoulders down and back. Good posture. After about a minute-ish, we're going to round from the hips, tip the hips forward, not the back. As far as you can, far as you can, far as you can, until you can't anymore, then try and get your nose to your toes. You have an option for the reach. I personally just prefer keeping the hands close to me so I can use my feet as leverage, but you can also get that reach if your mid-back is a little tight. There's no labored breathing, it's all comfortable. The body doesn't want to freak out through this. Relax. Come out nice and slow. Might be dizzy. Okay. This next part's optional, but I really highly recommend it if you have the time. Just lay back. Take the feet out, let them flop, do no tension in the body. Palms up, head back. Close the eyes. And just breathe for a minute. Releasing all tension into the floor. you find any muscles that are tight or refuse to let go, don't fight them. They're yours. They're trying to do something for you. Instead, just thank them. Be appreciative of your body. Great gratitude is good, important stuff. But then just ask them to release, melt into the ground. About a minute here. If you want more, go for it. Just pause me. Otherwise, I'm going to start wiggling my body around little bits at a time first. I just got rid of all my circulation. I want to make sure I have tension first. One leg in at a time. Hug them into your chest. Little bits of rocking here is a great thing. A little massage for the spine. Pick a side. You're going to roll to it. Fetal position. Letting the spine get used to gravity first. Push up off the floor. I highly recommend just being here for a little bit with that. It's a great way if you want to take 5-10 minutes, just pause your day, just reconnect with yourself for a little bit. Alright? Have fun with this one. I'll talk to you later, man.